Guys, welcome back to Don Talk. This is episode 8. I'm actually surprised that I'm gonna say this every episode, wrong. I'm surprised that we made it to the next episode. This shit's fun, bro. I fucking enjoy this shit, bro. Hopefully you guys checked out Duncan and E's interview last episode and the one prior to that. We've been pumping these bitches out, so we're gonna keep the content coming, try to come up with some new ideas, how to get, the listeners incorporated and stuff like that, and just build more and more off of, what we have already.
Yeah, I feel like with Duncan and E's interview, I really didn't give much of a backstory, like how our relationship is. And I kind of forgot about that. But like Duncan, he's older than me. So when I was a freshman up at Lackawanna in Scranton, he was at a nearby school called Keystone. And basically the nigga just shattered like every basketball record they had. He's like a 2,000 point scorer and shit. And he's from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. So that's just enough information about him. Y'all could really eat a dick.
And I'm actually, I didn't want to ask like, yo, how do y'all know each other? Like, right. I didn't know like how comfortable like
that's definitely my man's. Like my freshman year, he just finished hooping and he joined my team as an assistant coach, and that's just common with like graduates. They always join the team or whatever, basketball coaches and shit. And he was just super cool. Like, and he was fresh out of college, so he wasn't really like, it wasn't really like a coach, like like an adult here with us, even though we are adults. It was more so just like a player who's not playing. He just dresses up with the coaches and shit.
So that was at LAC.
Yeah, that was at Lackawanna. It was my big homie for sure.
Word. So y'all was sharing cells together.
Yeah. Nah, he didn't even live there, bro. That's what I'm saying. This nigga was like the fucking CO he was just the cool CO that you knew was gonna come in every day. Right. Never see Dunk later today.
Yo, all the homies I went to LAC, yo, I pray for y'all every day. That shit was hell. I used to see y'all stories. Niggas had niggas that have like they curtains to divide their room was like sheets, my nigga.
Bed sheets and shit. Motherfuckers used to stuff snacks in the ceiling. You could like lift up. If you still in the bed, you could push the shit up. So me and Q had all the fucking goodies in the ceiling and shit. Cause niggas are breaking your room and like they look around for shit, but like it wasn't finding it in our joint. No, right in the ceiling.
Niggas is in jail up there. Jesus. I'm glad I ain't never go to fucking
Everybody
JUCO.
went to LAC that been involved, regardless if they was a spectator or a participant, they was in a rap battle. And that shit got violent. All of them.
I went to Scranton one time, bro, and I went to the football field. Yeah. And like Scranton has nothing in it.
No.
Like it's like the football field Sonic.
It's called the Electric City.
A lot of people just know Scranton because of The Office.
And that shit's not even real. Like, yo, Joe Biden's from Scranton.
Is he?
Yeah.
Never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. No. I think I lied. He's from Delaware. I think it's Hillary Clinton from Scranton.
Is he? I don't know. Hillary I think Clinton. I heard something like that. Or did he like, or was he like some sort of like government in Scranton?
I'm gonna go back with Hillary Clinton.
Right,
I don't think Joe Biden has anything to do with Scranton. I think Joe Biden's from Delaware. Hillary Clinton is from Scranton, which makes this story really not cool.
He's from Scranton. He was born there.
Oh, he was born in Scranton? I was right. All right, yeah. All right, yeah. Joey B from Scranton. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, he represented Delaware.
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess that's how he started his career.
Yeah. Well,
it says from 1973 to 2009.
Opioids are definitely lower in Delaware than they are in Scranton. They have like a huge drug pandemic.
Why do you know that statistic?
Because I would walk to class and you would just see zombies all over Scranton, just fucking spaced out and shit. Like,
why do you know that statistic, and why did you bring that up after Joe Biden?
Well, I'm just assuming if I was like to run for something, I wouldn't want. You really want to be from Scranton, Joe? Like.
I mean, he was born there, so like, you born
saying,
places
like. Really want to rep this? If this, like, all right, so look, like how he got Kamala Harris and like the whole diversity thing going on. Like, open arms, we love all of our people. Mm-hmm. That ain't really the vibe out in Scranton. Like, you go to Scranton, them boys had 10-foot Donald Trump posters on their fucking buildings and shit, like huge huge shit, segregated as hell. There's
Like you
been
think
fucking.
you think when he was doing this run, it was like, oh yeah, Joe, you want to go back to your hometown screen? He was probably like,
Motherfucking
no.
Donald Trump came to Lackawanna. That's how popping it is with them niggas like that out there.
Yo, Lackawanna doesn't get enough attention. Like as like a JUCO school, like there's a lot of talent. Like I think the football team did like 2 years in a row. They won the championship.
Lackawanna football team is the best. I say I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Yeah. That is the best program in JUCO football. I done seen fucking Nick Saban. I done seen some motherfucking coaches and some teams out there. Definitely not for my ass.
You said Nick Saban?
Bro.
Nick Saban was out there?
Yeah, man. Why not? So, he trying to get nigga. You want a pit? You want a dog?
Lackawanna?
Kenny Hall, whole bunch of them. Like Sour D, but you'll ignore that. Ain't worry about all that. Go get you a fucking mutt.
So speaking of football, obviously the Super Bowl was this past weekend.
Yes, sir.
Did you have any right predictions? Did you know anybody that like made any bets?
Probably Jaren. Probably took the Saints. I mean, probably took the Chiefs. I wouldn't. I
don't think he bet.
For real.
Yeah, cause once like I said before we started this episode, like when they lost their tackles, bro, I think Jaren like already had it set in stone that they were gonna lose.
There's 2 Chiefs fans that I know have been Chief fans, like Jaren and Matt Dawson. That motherfucker had a Chiefs keychain before Alex Smith.
Matt Dawson.
And I used to just ask him, like, what the fuck are you wearing this? Like Kansas City, they don't even like people your color out there.
He didn't put any money up because he already like knew they were gonna fucking lose. So, I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to see a good game. Obviously didn't get it because the fucking score was 31-9. But I think it was a shocker for everybody for real because that was like the first time like Patty's like actually got his ass whooped.
That was the first time he lost a game by double digits in his career.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
From like high school though.
What the fuck?
Like from high school.
He's already in the 50 touchdown a season club.
Mm-hmm. It's only his 4th year in the league, 3rd year in the league.
It's Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in there. And one got inducted into the Hall of Fame that night, and the other one became the oldest nigga that ever won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. No, he's destined for greatness.
What sport does Patrick Mahomes like? Like, do you think people reach out to his dad and like ask for like parenting advice or anything?
No,
bro. There's got to be a cheat.
You can't ask his dad that because his dad played in the MLB.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what parenting advice you gonna ask him?
Like
Patrick Mahomes' life was already set. Like no matter what.
Yo, Patrick Mahomes' life is definitely like a fucking character on like Euphoria. Like these niggas go to Texas. He lives and breathes football, high school quarterback, #1 in everything, super successful, has the same high school sweetheart since high school. Like, you know, I don't know why I said high school sweetheart since high school, but like,
no, I understood you.
That's where I'm going. It's like this nigga is like the pro antagonist of any story right now.
Well, he played baseball as well. So like Kyler Murray, how he did baseball and he did football too. That's the same thing Patty was doing. Nigga's great, bro.
He's wild for real.
He's great. The Chiefs will be fine, bro.
Of course.
They're going to take this L, and it just is what it is with them.
They're going to be fine. Back every other season.
Oh, no, he's balling. You can't stop Patty.
But how long are they going to be able to keep that team like the way they have it with those offensive weapons? Because I feel like, especially with teams that win Super Bowls, they always have to like break off somebody or something.
I feel like the only person who'll lose is probably like Sammy Watkins, which is their like third wide receiver, second wide receiver. But like that's cool because he's older and he was already planning on retiring. But I think they'll be fine. All the other people, other people that they have are young.
How long has he been in the league? I feel like
he's been in the league for a minute.
Damn.
Yeah, he's been in the league for a minute.
Sammy Watkins was in college.
Yeah, he's been in the league for a minute because he was gonna retire last year, but he's like, fuck it, like let's run it back. And you know they fucking got there and then they lost. So I mean he'll probably end up retiring. I mean T Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, like they're a close knit team. You know what I mean? So they'll stay together no matter what. Like how Mike Evans at the end of the game was like, "Yo, do whatever y'all need to do with my contract. Like I don't care. Like just keep the team together." You know, when you see championships, you see championships, and you know what I mean. That's all it is. I think we had this discussion in like the PS4 party the one day. Like, bro, you want to win championships or not? Like you just gotta sacrifice your money, dog. Like, do you want your legacy or do you want bread? Like,
the bread gonna roll in, especially if you win it.
Hell yeah,
the bread gonna happen.
I couldn't even tell you what the bonus was for winning the Super Bowl. Niggas probably got paid, bro. Niggas sitting on the bench the whole season got paid at the Super Bowl, and they got a ring.
Just like this.
I'm out there. They run the ball, run!
All that, yo, best motherfucking shots on that sideline.
All right. I got my wife in the stands. Hey, sweetie, I'm not getting no tick, but
every time mama see me on TV, her son look focused.
What, son?
Yeah, all right. That check, that direct deposit on time.
That shit hit immediately.
I'm right here. But shout out to Shady though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Shady. I was gonna say Shady. I was gonna get on AB as well.
What?
Yeah, I saw a lot of hate towards Shady on Twitter.
Why they try to say he pulled a McGee?
It just typical Harrisburg mindset shit. Like this nigga's been in the league for like 10 years. Like, can we get over it?
I think being in the league 10 years as a running back is a round of applause.
It is, but I'm saying like still hating on this nigga like he's been doing it forever. Like he was destined for greatness, like no matter what.
He was.
And he's had like I think he's had like 8 or 9 seasons in a row where he had 1,000 yards. Like he's not he's just not a nigga from Harrisburg. Like he's known in the league. Like that's Shady McCoy right there. Like he's known in the league. Like niggas know him. So like he's just not a regular nigga from Harrisburg that made it. Like 2 Super Bowl. Like this nigga put in the work. Like he has like
his story's up and down like crazy.
Yeah, I think he has like 11,000 rushing yards. Like bro, he's crazy.
It's 15,000.
It's 15,000 rushing yards
on the dot. I just seen a stat today. A screenshot did it.
I swear it didn't reach that yet because I know on his like Instagram and shit like we always do like a hashtag like run the 12K or some shit like that.
Let me see.
Like I think he's trying to get that 12K mark. But yeah, huge shouts out to Shady, man. You know what I mean? Huge shouts out to him. Obviously, I'm young, so like I didn't like go to school like high school or nothing with him. But just hearing his name, obviously, like you know who he is.
Right.
Yeah. So
now you got young talent also from Harrisburg area, as well as other people around his age that played. You know what I mean? But I just think what he's doing definitely should receive more praise than hate. I don't know, y'all heard why? Fuck you, what are you going for? Like,
it's just the little Harrisburg mindset. I'm gonna wait for when Chase gets his chance to ball out and do what he needs. It's gonna be fun to see. But yeah, shouts out to Shady, man. Shouts out to AB for holding it down.
Bro.
I labeled him as an idiot though.
His journey is a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I feel like he's got it together now. Hopefully, like he can stay calm and stay cool. You know what I mean, collective and shit. But when he did leave the Steelers,
it's definitely gonna be different seeing what they do down there in Tampa because he was living in with Tom Brady the whole season.
He's living in his guest house.
Like I'm sure Tom Brady's guest house probably looks like a hotel, but it's like how long? You know what I mean? Are you going to do that until you do your own thing? And then when you do your own thing, are you really like are these problems something they don't have to worry about? Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I have with AB.
What the whole AB situation and me being a Steeler fan, I didn't have a problem with him leaving and going to the Raiders. Obviously, like he hurt because like we lost like our best wide receiver that we've had in years. So it's like it's cool, but like I also respected it because we weren't taking him to any Super Bowls. So it's like, all right, you get a new fresh start in LA with the Raiders, or I think at that time they were still in Oakland. But you go there and then all the fuck shit happens. It's like, dog, what are you doing? Like, you could have just stayed in Pittsburgh and just played, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got suspended on some shit and then went back to the NFL and played for the Patriots. Played like a week there, got back in trouble, and then got suspended again from the league. And then
retired.
Yeah, and then this year he ended up signing with the Buccaneers and then living with Tom Brady. So I mean, shouts out to Tom Brady, man. I mean, as much as you want to hate the guy's he's the GOAT. So
right, I definitely think Tom Brady and like his viewpoints get weighed in against him. You know what I mean? Just like with the whole Trump thing, and then like how he's interacted with his kids. You know, some people find that super disturbing. But at the end of the day,
what, him kissing his kids on the lips?
Yeah,
I feel like it's a white thing.
It's definitely like a parent preference. Like I feel like if someone is cool with that, like
Rome, Rome, I'm gonna let you know now. I'm never kissing my kids on the lips.
The baby joke, you're not gonna get the baby kiss on the lips.
Right on the forehead.
Oh, that's cold.
Right on the forehead.
I'll kiss my baby on the lip.
But what I mean, was the whole Trump thing real with the hat in the background?
I mean, I swear, I thought it was real, and I thought Tom Brady would be a Trump supporter. That really doesn't.
Well, you know, niggas is fantastic at Photoshop nowadays, so it's kind of like, was it even real?
I don't know. I think it could be. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady was a Trump supporter, but like at the end of the day, like he's like, if all these things are bad and red flags, he's really has the NFL in a chokehold, and they need a superhero. Yeah. Like, because this nigga is drawing, and nobody can find. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he supports Trump. Why do y'all keep liking him? Well, he doesn't lose. He's making everybody money. He's changing lives. Like,
I mean, it's gonna be bad for him either way, because it's like, if he comes out and says like, I don't support Trump, then it's like, all right, why didn't you say anything when all this shit was going on? You know what I mean? So it's just better for him to do what most people should do in America, is shut the fuck up and just do what you need to do, which a lot of people don't understand. Like, so
I like how he treats his teammates. I feel like Tom Brady's not like a weirdo. You know what I mean? Because like there be people putting Tom Brady on their own story, and Tom Brady just like, he looks awkward in his own world, but it doesn't look like he bothers anybody, or like he looks down. You know what I mean? He don't look down on these young players and shit in the locker room.
Well, did you see the live video from inside Tampa Bay after they won the Super Bowl, and the one bowl was live? I don't know who it was, but he was like, somebody was like, yo, where's Tom Brady at? Where's Tom Brady at? And was like, Tom's over there, and like showed him Tom's over there like packing his bags and shit. Yeah. He's like, Tom's been here before. Like, this ain't shit to him.
Yeah. Everybody else
is like, ah. Tom's like, yeah, I'm going back to go see my wife and kids. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Like,
yo, bro, he's about to go. What do you think Tom Brady does besides practice on football? Like, you think he like a puzzle guy?
Nah. I feel like Tom got some sauce to him. He got a little swag to him. Like, obviously, like you know, playing the rap music, like seeing him over the years, like he's played with like so many teams. You know what I mean? He's Tom Brady, so you gonna have some sauce to you. Yeah. Especially living in Tampa with all those dudes, like you gonna have some sauce to you.
Motherfuckers out there in Florida.
Yeah, so he's probably a cool boy. He probably just knows when to shut the fuck up. Like that's all it is. It's just like Bron. Like when Bron has to speak on shit, and I'm saying Bron because Bron's the other big figure in his sport, and obviously he's the greatest right now in his sport. So it's like Bron knows when to shut the fuck up, and Bron knows when to say something. Like the whole courtside Karen shit. Like Bron's gonna say some shit,
right,
when he needs to.
But Bron not one of them niggas like on the internet arguing with her. You know what I mean? Like she was on the internet when she got kicked out making videos. Oh, he told me shut up, bitch. All this. Bron spoke to you in the game.
That's hilarious. Do you think Bron said that?
No.
You don't think Bron said shut up, bitch?
No. I think Bron said.
I
think Bron said the joint with the steroids, and then she was like, "Don't talk to my fucking husband like that." Probably hit her with like the, "Who are you?" Because he definitely
told her to shut up, bitch.
Nah, because he said to the joint though, like in his response. He was like, "I thought that was his daughter."
Well, no, did you know? Did you see what he told the old head?
Yeah, he'd say he's on steroids.
He said, "Sit your old steroid head ass down" or some shit like that. Bron definitely said, "Shut up, bitch." And I'm not trying to put Bron in a bad light. Like I just, bro, I tell shut up, bitch. Like I ain't talking to you. Like I'm out here playing. Like he definitely probably said it. He did a moment. I got Bron for saying it. I'm not putting Bron.
I don't have Bron down for it. It's just because I'm assuming that Bron's thinking this is somebody's kid right here. Like I'm not going wild out. Like.
Well, she's 25. Bron can easily be her father. You know what I mean? Like, so
it would be a fucking Atlanta Falcons game.
Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
Come on, get the birds right. Get the birds right.
Same team.
But yeah, just the whole Tom Brady thing. I feel like he's one of the athletes that just know when to shut the hell up. And like you're the greatest. Like you're known everywhere. So it's like, you know. It can't be no fuck ups, you know what I mean? So it's just shut the fuck up.
Because like you seen Aaron Rodgers in the pickup trunk, like with a whole bunch of beers and shit like that. Mm-hmm. I think Tom Brady is just so like upper echelon. He like regular shit to him is like fucking extravagant RSVP.
Well, we're talking about two different people now. Like that's two different personalities. What? Like Aaron Rodgers does, Pat McAfee. He used to be y'all punter.
Yeah.
He has his own show. It's a pretty cool show if you go watch it. If y'all listening, go check it out. It's a pretty dope show. But during the season, Aaron Rodgers would come on the show every Wednesday. During the season, like he would come on the show every Wednesday and do it. Now, most niggas that are at that upper echelon A-list celebrities aren't coming into their friend's show every Wednesday to do the show with them. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's two different personalities. I feel like Tom Brady's more of, he's more professional. He's more dedicated to his family and football. Aaron Rodgers is willing to. He does commercials. He does the State Farm shit. He's obviously a funny person. You know what I mean? And probably a cool guy to connect with. So not saying Tom Brady isn't, but
right.
You know what I mean?
It's easier to see with Aaron Rodgers than except for, but like the last thing I have about the whole football thing is just the record, or like I guess the history mark about like the 4 coaches that were black for Tampa Bay, like they were all like head assistants.
Mm-hmm.
That just like little stuff like that, like not the fact that they won the Super Bowl. I think I don't know, just the fact that there's still black history being made in the NFL, and it's like simple things like all referees, you know what I mean? Like that was early, that was late 2020 when that shit happened, the same season. And now you got 4 coaches that are head assistants, not head coaches, which there should be more head coaches that are black, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's good to see happen, but then it's like, damn, this is 2021. Like y'all motherfuckers didn't pull this shit off in like 06.
Yeah, and I think the big thing with that is like not saying like you, like a lot of people don't realize like that it was only 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like segregation and race and all that other shit. It wasn't that long ago. Like my grandfather is 82. Come on, bro.
Right.
Tell me his 30s and 40s, maybe his 20s, like he wasn't going through shit. Like that's my grandfather. He's still living. Like I can go talk to him, call him on the phone type shit. So it's like, so when those things do happen, like, yeah, I'm mad, but then it's like, I also realize like, bro, like
it's not that long.
It's not that long ago.
And I think that's the thing that I be missing. I be looking at this shit and I be like, these fucking racist ass. Like I should be bugging me like, damn, motherfuckers ain't 4? Only 4 like black ones. You telling me y'all couldn't get 4 of them? Not that y'all couldn't, but it's like, I just feel like shit is so prevented that it just gets pushed underneath the rug. You know what I mean? Like certain people not getting the job or certain people not being qualified.
And that's what it is, bro. Like some of these workspaces, like they're so just mandatory with shit. Like the Rooney Rule, which is our owner.
Yeah.
The Rooney Rule is like to have like some sort of color in your coaching staff. Like you have to, like That's the Rooney Rule. Like you have to.
It's called a rule. Like that's so wild.
Yeah, but it's also like it's a rule as well. But like it's also like damn, like it's cool that somebody that's looking out that's part of the best franchise in probably NFL history, like that is willing to be like, yo, we're doing it. We're sticking with it.
They like, know football.
Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's been in the league for years, and niggas is talking about firing him this year. Like, bro, they're not firing that man.
Has he ever had a losing season?
No.
And no other franchise is like, damn, maybe I should get a black head coach. Mm-hmm.
Well, the Chargers just fired their coach, which is I was surprised about. Mm. And I think he got hired somewhere to be like the OC or some shit. But like I don't know, like Eric Bieniemy, which is the Chiefs' offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Like, why didn't the Eagles sign him? Like, why wasn't he not a hire? Like, what is going on? Why didn't the Texans call this man? Like, what are they doing?
Right.
So I mean, it's so many talented probably black coaches out there, bro, that we just like the NFL just doesn't even see or just doesn't even get a chance because of not being qualified or all this other shit. So I mean, shouts out to them. Hopefully they can try to fight through it and hopefully get a job one day. But
I think another thing is too that bothers me is like I just don't want that to be the limit for these people. Like I don't want it to be another 8 years before we have first ever NFL history 5 black head coaches. Like that shit, it's gonna be amazing when it happens, but then it's also just like a slap in the face too. I feel like,
and I mean that's the other dope thing about that coaching staff, because like it just shows you like, and like I said, like it's whack, you know what I mean, to say this, but like it just shows you that like you can have women,
yes,
and a person of color on the team, because that's what they look at. That's why I'm saying color right now, because that's what they fucking look at. Like, come on.
Yeah. And we playing football.
Yeah. So I had to look up the Rooney Rule to make sure like I was talking correctly. Says the Rooney Rule is a National Football League policy that requires league teams to interview ethnic minority candidates for head coaching and senior football operation jobs. It is an example of affirmative action, even though there is no hiring quota or hiring preference given to minorities, only an interviewing quota. It was established in 2003. So that rule's been in contention since 2003. Which I think I ain't gonna say around the same time he got hired. But yeah, bro.
You seen that motherfucking snapper? He said, yo, keep him.
All right. Why wouldn't you? This nigga took you to 3 Super Bowls, and won 2 of them.
Speaking of coaches,
I
don't think there was any coach out there, Chiefs or Tampa Bay, that had more on their mind than Andy Reid with his son. First of all, I didn't know he even coached with his son, Britt. And his son's name is Britt, which I don't really want to get into that. But it's not Brett, it's Britt, like short for Brittany or something. And he was involved in a car accident that put a 5-year-old girl in critical condition I think 2 days before the Super Bowl had happened. And he also admitted to having 2 or 3 drinks. And I just think that's something like, you know what I mean? It's like what happened during the playoffs last year? I think it was the Rockets or somebody. There was like players like Ben McLemore and shit went out. Oh, Lou Will. It was Lou Will. Went out. They're supposed to stay quarantined. Went out, he went to the fucking club, whatever.
Okay.
And played game 1 of their series or whatever. And it just, you know what I mean? This just showed how many locker room problems the Clippers really had. You know what I mean? And I just think this shit is crazy. Like, I could never imagine being like, I'm responsible. I got a coach in the Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah.
And I might go to jail now. Like, out of nowhere. Like, bro, it's like, how the fuck? How do you mess up like this? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too paranoid where I just like bunker down in my room. But damn, it's like, yo, these motherfuckers really be like.
Well, the one thing that like I'm always got like the little conspiracy theory side to me. The one thing that I didn't like is that we're talking about Kansas City football team that hasn't dealt with anything throughout the whole season. Like they might have had like a couple of COVID, Patrick got hurt or whatever, but like we never hear Kansas City in the news ever.
Right.
Ever. At least to my knowledge, I've never heard Kansas City like I'm talking like ESPN news like da 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 like you know what I mean. Didn't hear none of that. The week before the Super Bowl, they lost both their tackles because I think the one had COVID and the other one got injured.
Okay.
And then I think like 20 players were scheduled to have a haircut by a barber that had COVID, but they let the barber go through before his testing came back. So, and one of the players are Patrick Mahomes. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
What are the protocols going on? And then after that, then that's when the car accident should happen. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
But going back to the car accident situation. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are blowing it out of proportion because it is connected to Andy Reid and
that's
his
why
son.
Exactly.
I think his son was only like a outside linebacker coach, so like it wasn't that prominent to the team. Not to disrespect that position or that job title. Like he wasn't like an assistant coach, a head coach, a quarterback coach,
and that's why I'm saying I feel like it weighs in, like what you just said earlier. Like it weighs in so much because it's Andy Reid's son. You know what I mean? It's like Andy Reid only focusing on this game, you know, and which is the biggest game of the season against Tom Brady. You know, like it's a lot of shit going on. And then on top of that, you're worrying about your son's well-being. Like there's no way that shit doesn't cross your mind, especially when the incident happened Friday and you're playing on Sunday.
How old is his son? Because I feel like that also comes into like it's like a parent type of thing. Like, bro, you're old enough to like.
But when do you? But when do you?
But it's also I get it though. It's also his son. Like the parenting side does come out, but
right.
If I look up Britt and Britt's like 45. It's like, come on,
bro. You're not gonna be upset.
No, I'm gonna be upset, but like, you put yourself in a situation.
You know what? You know what made me even look up Andy Reid's son? It was the day of the game when the Super Bowl when the fan ran onto the field.
Okay, he's 35.
So what? That's literally like the breaking point right there.
Yeah.
But like it was the Super Bowl. Did you see when the fan ran on the field?
Yeah. Do you know why he ran? Oh, I'll get to that, but go ahead.
The reason why I thought he ran on the field is because I thought like the Chiefs had something planned. Like, all right, if the game gets bad and we need an extra timeout, just take one for the team, son, and sprint through the joint. You're gonna be good. That's what I thought. I thought it was like a connection with like Andy.
You thought that was his son running?
I thought not necessarily. Like I did think it was the son, but then I'm like, all right, it's probably like a family member or somebody just looking out because that was like a whole ass timeout. Like they stopped and everything for like 2 minutes, and I feel like nobody really reacted. Like Patrick Mahomes was just chilling, like, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga all on the field and shit, COVID going on. You don't know if this is a plague pusher or what. Like, so I was just like, yeah, the Chiefs probably had this joint set up. Shit getting bad. They need some time. Hey, I give you 50K. I'll give you 15K around the field. I'll do it.
Yeah, so I looked up the article talking about Britt and everything going on, and obviously they asked Andy Reid after the Super Bowl about it, and Andy Reid
knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Reid's been in the league for a while. I think he was in Kansas City when one of the Kansas City players took their lives. I think like at like the training facility.
Oh wow!
I think, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but I know something problematic happened with the Chiefs when Andy Reid was there, and I think Andy Reid even lost one of his sons. I think so. It's something like that. Like something problematic happened with Andy Reid already. So like he already like he knows, obviously he knows how to take these steps and you know what to do and shit like that. But he said, and I quote, "My heart goes out to the young lady," and that's all they said on here. And he said, "I'm also a dad, so I get that. So obviously I have concerns on both sides." So there's your answer. He said, Britt did have surgery. He's doing better now. That little girl, my heart goes out to her. He said it again. Yeah, so there was 2 kids in the back. There was a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, and the 5-year-old was the one that's having a life-threatening injuries and shit like that. She remained in critical condition on Sunday. Police said on Monday she had brain surgery. Jesus Christ! Oh no, she had brain injury. She remains in critical condition, is not awake. The family said no progress updates of right now. Thank you for everyone who's donated to support the family through this hard time. We're so grateful.
See, and that's really something different now because I didn't even know Andy Reid had, you know, those family problems prior to this with another son of his. So
Mm-hmm.
for one to even be involved in an incident that could take a young girl's life the same week of the Super Bowl, it's like, damn, bro, like how much could you stack on a man's plate?
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Cause like you said, he is a father, so he understands how the opposite side feels. He understands what it's like to just not know what's gonna happen to your kid.
Yeah.
And now
So
it's man, that's wild.
yeah, so I looked it up. This article was written in 2012, August 5th. It says Garrett Reed, the oldest son of Philadelphia Eagles head coach Andy Reid. So this is when he's still in Philadelphia. Was found dead Sunday morning in his room at the club's training room at Lehigh University. So I knew it was like some sort of like training facility. Right. I didn't know if it was the Chiefs or not. But yeah, his son passed away. He was 29. He struggled with drug abuse for years and was in prison for 07, a high speed car crash. So yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild.
So Andy Reid already knows, which isn't like a good thing to say. Like no parent or no human being should say they already know how they should feel about this certain situation. So I mean, you know, it just goes to show how you have highs and lows in your life. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you was on the high last year, you know, you won the Super Bowl, everything's all Gucci. This year you lose and now you have to deal with your son. So I mean,
and the responsibility's still gonna happen. He knew regardless of the situation, they're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just something I think everybody should take into account. I feel like for him to just, and he wasn't really involved, so like it's not like he has to mourn or anything like that, but at the end of the day he knows there's going to be some repercussions for what his family is involved with, and that's what people just got to realize. Like, even though your life's going to suck, shit, they still going to want whatever due from you owe, regardless of his bills, you needing to be somewhere, responsibilities. Them shits don't stop. They don't give a fuck about your mood.
Yeah, it's crazy. And speaking of death and sadness, COVID. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's up there. I think the last time I saw it was at like 460,000 deaths in total in America. So, like I said, I haven't looked at it in a while.
So when do you think like the next COVID like iOS update's gonna come out? Like there was the first one when there was like, all right, go inside, and then there was the other one when it was like everybody needs to wear masks and all these CDC, you know what I mean, updates and shit. So like, when do you think the next update and what will it even look like?
I think this was episode 6 where we talked about Hank Aaron and about the whole vaccine shit.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of research and I you know, looked it up, like as I always do. I always try to teach myself things and look it up first before, you know, I say anything. So I looked up the vaccine and, you know, what everything goes into it, and I found this black doctor that was explaining it. My mom actually showed me, and she explained it very well, and I was like, it makes sense. So I take back what I said about Hank Aaron and him dying to the vaccine. I'm not sure what happened to him. I didn't look up Hank Aaron's why he died and what the you know cause of it was. I didn't look it up. But it was just weird him taking it a week prior and then dying after, you know what I mean? So it was only right for me to be like, oh, you know he died because of the thing. But I
mean, you can't count nothing out. There's no way.
Oh no,
there's no way someone can see that timing and be like, yeah, it wasn't the vaccine. Like,
yeah. But just looking at the listening to the black doctor say like what the vaccine does, what happens in your body, and just her explaining it made a lot of sense, and it like opened my eyes up a little bit. I think the vaccine, because there's 2 different types of vaccines, and I don't know like which one's like the one that's working, which one's the one that's not, or if they're both working.
Do they ask I'm not sure. You, or do they just test you and then they'll be like, all right, because your results came back like this, we're gonna give you vaccine B?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if like the whole Southwest gets this vaccine, the whole Northwest gets it. I don't know if it's like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like, you know, this hospital in this dedicated area gets this vaccine. So I don't know. But I would assume so, that they both work the same. But I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping this COVID shit slows down. I do feel like since it's been going on for so long that it's going to be hard going back to normal, and it's also going to be hard for people that are our age to go back and work again. Especially for people that have been on unemployment for so long and gotten so used to getting paid every Wednesday or Tuesday or, you know, whatever it is to your bank account, and it being so easy and so frivolous to get stimulus checks and all this other shit, that it's going to be hard to going back to work and work for 40 hours a week. It's going to be hard. And I feel like our generation hopefully is like, fuck it, I want to go back to work. But I feel like our generation, from knowing for so fucking long and us being so lazy, that it's probably gonna be slow to get back.
There's gonna be some asshole just like hiring people too. Like, all right, Bull was on, you know what I mean, unemployment leave because it's about to be a year in March. So
and they extended it too, so it's gonna be longer than March.
Right. And this like the year anniversary of COVID is what I'm saying is March is when they shut shit down. It was like, yo, no schools, no sporting events and shit like that. And then like, all right, so say this joint goes to like June. Somebody gonna look back at this shit and be like, so there's like a 2-year gap where you don't have any work experience. You know what I mean? Just like, and they're like, it was COVID. Like, what do you want me to do? And motherfuckers really going to just look at that. And that's when it goes to that person like, well, if you personally ask me, I think COVID was bullshit. And like, I just feel like it's going to be such a slippery slope depending on who you're speaking with about why your resume doesn't look this way or like what you were doing during this time. It's going to have a negative effect on some people. Listen,
anybody that's listening and you want to go get a job like now or like after COVID, go to a warehouse. It sucks, but they're gonna fucking hire you. If you want a job that bad, to work at a warehouse job. If you want it that bad, let me rephrase. If you want it that bad, work at a warehouse. But for most people I know, they fucking hate warehouse jobs. But I don't know. But yeah, bro, that's how I feel about the whole COVID situation. I feel like it's gonna be slow for people our age to get back into the rotation of things. Obviously, like, we know our friends and our people, like, they already have jobs, they work or whatever, so like that's fine. But I'm talking about the whole generation as a whole. There's probably gonna be some people out there that don't want to fucking work.
Niggas better get you some fucking Bitcoin. You don't want to work.
That whole shit was crazy too.
Better go buy you some stock. That's everything. Like, I'm super late to TikTok, and that's probably why my feed looks the way it does. But everything I see on that shit has to do with stocks. Oh, I use this website and I just follow what celebrities do with their stocks. And
well, it's because the algorithms are so strong on that app, bro. So like, you probably liked like 2 videos that had to deal with stocks, and like they just hit your whole For You page with stocks joints.
That's all I see, and I'm like, yo, y'all, like, where are y'all at? Be like, I be watching TikTok on my girl's phone and shit when she be watching it. And I never see this many like stock joints, and I'm just like, all right, y'all want me to? Okay, I see what's going on.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Fucking couple shares.
Did you see the video of Kodak?
Yeah,
him like standing in like the place, and he's like this, and like he's
calling him a clone. I thought niggas already done learned from the whole Gucci man coming home situation. You gotta give him some time to download. Like, everybody was calling Gucci a clone and shit like that. As soon as he came off the bat, teeth, the ice cream tattoo was faded. His eyes are too far. Like, first of all, these niggas been sobered up. Like Gucci Man, for example, he was sobered up for years. You know what I mean? Like, his lifestyle, his mindset changed. And I think the same thing with Kodak. First of all, motherfuckers is calling Kodak a clone before they even heard him speak. They just looking at him and his eagle tattoo and was like, yo, this nigga different. How are we even drawing conclusions like this? Like, first, he went to jail. This nigga wasn't away on vacation. He didn't get fucking surgery and was like in a coma for a couple months. He went to jail where it was a terrible experience for him. And he fucking called everybody telling them like, yo, this shit ain't like Rick Ross with Wi-Fi in the cell and fucking Ruth Chris twice a week. No, this shit's totally different out here.
I think the difference between Gucci and Kodak was Kodak really got treated bad in jail.
Oh,
like, he had and not saying Gucci didn't, because obviously you didn't hear about it,
right?
But with Kodak, like, you heard about it, and it sucked to see him in that video, because he did look kind of. I'm not saying he's a clone. I don't believe in that shit. I do believe in people emotionally getting scarred and mentally getting scarred. But yeah, he just looked like they fucked him up in jail, and I'm hoping like he can somehow gain some emotional support and mental support back, so he can be better as a person. I'm hoping he has learned from his mistakes of doing all the fuck shit that he did do to get himself in that situation. But yeah, man, it just, I don't know. He just didn't look right. I'm not saying he's a clone.
He didn't look right, and I don't blame him. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody that had the experience Kodak had, because like some people, I think like with young bulls too, like they do like their little 2-month bid or whatever, and they come home like that shit was like a rewarding experience. You know what I mean? Now I could drop an EP because my mugshot, I got a mugshot, you know what I mean, downloadable picture on the internet and shit like that. And it's like, bro, that's not that was not the case for him. You know what I mean? He had enemies going in there, and he made enemies while being in there. He still has enemies outside of it. So it's, imagine having that kind of PTSD from guards beating on you and shit like that, to now you got to come back out into the street shit with these niggas is just waiting for your head already. Like there was a video of him in the club. Security just snatched him up and took him out because they thought some shit was going to pop off. And it's Kodak Black. Like that's like listening to Chief Keef Finito and not expecting niggas to get wild. Yeah. Like how do you have that kind of like that clear mindset? Like I feel like Bull never got a chance to like just relax. And I feel like some celebrities do get that when they go to prison. Like I feel like when Chris Brown was getting locked up and shit, it was really like a break from all the media and the drugs and everything like that. And he was able to like cleanse himself, you know what I mean? Whatever, focus on whatever the issues are and come home. And I feel like with Kodak Black, it wasn't that situation whatsoever. And he went to jail during the pandemic. So I can only imagine how fucked up and weird shit is now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you were the first person to ask me about the whole Kodak situation. I mean, I don't know a lot on it because I didn't like really look it up, but just seeing it like on Twitter, like him being in those situations. But I just know being a person that, you know, goes through anxiety and all this other shit, like I can only imagine having like going to jail, getting beat up on COVID and yeah. So I mean, pray for him. Hopefully he gets better. You know what I mean? Hopefully people in his camp.
Fire.
Yeah, hopefully people in his camp help him out, help him get better. But to lighten the mood and to talk about some funny shit, your girl Danny Lane, she's single now.
Yeah, Daniel. You damn Daniel, you fucked up. You fucked up, Daniel. I told you. I told her you should have never said you don't see color. That's some fucking weird shit.
Yo, it was what, 2 weeks?
I guess he really don't like yellow bones. Dewey prime.
I mean, listen, I don't know.
All right then.
I don't know. I already qualified him as like a weird person, anyways. Yeah. I don't like his music, but that whole shit was weird to begin with when they got together. I was like, all right, it's anything, bro. And then
he really broke up with her the week of Valentine's.
Yeah. He said I'm single.
He said I'm single. But the crazy thing is he still is involved with his baby mom. That's how you know what I mean? You can't win unless you have an eternal bond. Like if it was a petty thing between Danny and the baby mom and she ain't got no reason to be in this nigga's life, you can't outlast the mom. She
only has like one good song that I know.
The joint with Chris Brown.
I don't even know that song.
You don't know that one?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Let me take a bite. I take it easy. That joint, you never heard that?
Nope. After the podcast, I'll show you the songs that I know her from.
The joint, Take It Easy, she snapped on. And I thought she was like a Coily Ray. Is that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Corey LeRae. I think.
Yeah, I thought she was something like that, but then when she dropped that single with that Yellow Bone snippet, I said, "There's no fucking way she got a Chris Brown feature."
Yeah, I don't know. She
had to write her verse.
When she first came out, she kind of had like to me, she had plant vibes. She was a fucking plant. Mm-hmm. She was a business plant. That's the vibes I got from her. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. She's a fucking doof.
The crop tops.
Yeah, we can add her to the doof list of the year.
Doofy.
She's a fucking doof.
Doofy.
How the Breakfast Club got donkey of the day. Our shit's gonna be doof for the fucking week. Danny Lorray or Danny, whatever the fuck she calls it.
Fucking doof.
You
fucked
fucking
up bad.
Doofy.
You fucked up that bag. Better go on Indeed.
You better do some shit, bro.
Collect that way out there. I don't know what you finna do.
So switching up from her, of course, this month is Black History Month. Of course, they gave us the shortest month of the fucking year. They also gave us the gloomiest month of the year.
Isn't President's Day during this month?
I don't know.
That's a slap in the fucking face.
Well, they gave us also, I mean, from where we're from, Rome, I can't speak for anybody else, but they gave us the gloomiest month of the year. It's cold as fuck up here in the East Coast from anybody that's, listening from the West Coast or wherever.
Now it wants to snow. It didn't snow during fucking December.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas dry as shit outside.
Yep.
Now it's just 5 inches for what on a Tuesday in February.
Yeah, it's all bad. But you sent me a tweet, and the title of the article says Utah schools allowing parents to opt students out of Black History Month. How did you feel about that when you sent it to me?
Why is that? Who the fuck just says that? Like, how do you build up confidence to walk in the room and be like, yo, I think we should give kids the option to be in Black History. Like, what benefits does that have?
So let's, because now I just thought about it, and now I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? Processing all this shit. Let's think about Black History Month in a school setting.
All right.
Let's think about what they get taught in a school setting.
I don't know if the curriculum changed, but I remember from when I was in school.
Go ahead.
And Black History Month.
Say the like the 2 famous names you heard. No, say the 3 famous names you heard of Black History Month, because I can name 3 of them right now.
Martin Luther King.
Yep.
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a disclaimer: this is no disrespect to none of these names, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to prove a point. Go ahead.
Malcolm X. I remember talking about him.
We didn't talk about Malcolm X.
We talked about Malcolm X.
He was borderline because he used to talk shit on white people. But go ahead. Go ahead.
And that's really all I can remember.
You want to know my 3? And it's gonna be like, yo, we did used to talk about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and Jackie Robinson. Those are the only 3 black names that you used to get taught in school.
That's a fact.
That were like prominent names.
I remembered all the Rosa Parks.
Maybe what's his name?
Walt Disney.
The boy that discovered peanuts. I can't think of his fucking name right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
With the monocle.
Yeah, him, and then probably like Frederick Douglass was like another one.
Definitely the Rosa Parks joint. Like,
what is so difficult that you want to opt your kid out of learning Black history? They're not getting taught the real shit. You ain't getting taught the real shit. We can go teach them real shit. Your kids are
not watching Django in class the whole month. Like,
they're getting taught about a black man that used his voice to persuade people to do non-violent acts. Like I said, I'm not shit talking on nobody here. I'm just trying to prove a point.
He raised his voice to have people treat people like fucking humans.
And he did that. Rosa Parks said no, that she didn't want to go to the back of the bus. And then you had Jackie Robinson that broke the color barrier in baseball for sports. But didn't talk about none of the shit that happened before that. You might have learned about Martin Luther King getting shot, the assassination, cool.
All right.
But like, that's the only like devastating thing that you heard as a child. Oh, he got killed?
Right.
But like, we didn't get taught about whips on our backs. Why the word cracker is a word.
Right. They didn't talk about the drug pandemic.
We didn't talk about that.
They didn't talk about hush puppies.
Oh, Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was probably another one that you probably heard.
But like, even those, like, the stories be so whitewashed. And when you think about it, no disrespect to Rosa Parks, but there's no, like, from the stories and what I've read about Rosa Parks, you know what I mean, all that, she shouldn't have been the lead of Black History.
Let's say it for what it is, bro.
Yeah,
Because
she shouldn't have been the mascot for Black History.
I was about to say that. You know the type of person I am. Let's say it for what it is, bro.
Like
Rosa Parks was probably
none.
She was probably the last story we could have fucking talked about.
Yo, there's so many things.
And like we're gonna say, this is no disrespect to Rosa Parks. Lovely woman. I praise her for her just courage and all the other shit. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. But that's the last motherfucking thing I want to hear.
The bus seat? And you know what's crazy? There's no way. I do not give a fuck. I don't believe it. I have family. There's no way Rosa Parks is the only one to say no. Niggas been doing that shit for months, for years. I know there was people telling them like, no, I'm not getting up. There might have not been the repercussions that Rosa Parks had. You know what I mean? It probably got real violent for a lot of people.
I think the thing about Rosa Parks and what like transpired after that made it so big, because Rosa Parks, she said no, and then they did like the boycott of the buses, and then Martin Luther, and then like they got her out of jail, so like, you know what I mean? It kind of like, it added up. It added up for sure.
It definitely incited a lot, but like, I don't think Rosa Parks said no, and they was like, you know what, let's boycott this. I think people were saying no for a while. And then Rosa Parks said no, and they're like, yo, this is it. Like, this is the last straw. I can't fucking stand this. Like, y'all just draw to Miss Parks.
So do you think when we have kids, right? Which is, I don't know when you want to have kids, but I'm 23, so I want to have kids in probably like my 30s, So like they'll probably get older and they'll probably be like, like 20.
Oh my gosh. I'm sending my young boy
20 like 40. I'm gassing it. I'm just throwing a number out there. Now, do you think our kids should be taught about police brutality and shit like that? Yes. Do you think Trayvon Martin and George Floyd and
yes,
Sandra Bland, should those names be in textbooks?
I think they should, but I don't think they should be in textbooks underneath Black History Month.
No,
like I don't think they should be in textbooks as idolized people, what I mean, as if like they were celebrities and they then lost their lives to police force. I think they should be headstrong fucking, like, this is what, like, police brutality should be taught, not during Black History Month. And that's really, like, I don't know how to say it.
No. I feel you. It shouldn't be
way. Like,
it shouldn't be taught during Black History Month, but it should be some sort of taught during Black History Month. Because like that's a reflection. Like, yes, Black History Month is to celebrate Black history.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like at some point, like, because the thing about this month is it gives people the excuse to teach their kids about Black history.
Right.
If you're not Black, if you're a white mom that lives in fucking the Hamptons, you have to tell your kid about who the fuck Martin Luther King is. Like, this is your time to shine, because it's Black History Month, sweetie. Like, are you doing a project for your book? Like, no. So it gives an excuse. So I mean, but I feel like these kids grow up and don't know like the harsh reality of shit.
I agree.
So and like, it shouldn't be taught, but like, it's also like, bro, it needs to be, bro.
Yeah.
Like, slavery, like, let's get into the real shit of slavery, bro. Like, yeah, I feel like kids in high school, like, that should be like a high school course almost, like Black history, or like maybe have like a Black teacher teach, certain things during Black History Month.
I think there should be, now that you said that, I think there should definitely be a curriculum that doesn't encourage so much, not basically saying just like attacking the United States, but I definitely think there should be a curriculum that teaches people we fucked up, like, we've made mistakes regardless of race or not. Like, yes, what happens to Black people should definitely be on the headlines and the front runners of the We Fucked Up magazine, but I definitely feel like there should just be a course teaching people like, yo, America is not like, you know what I mean, like, it's not really.
And the bad thing about it though, bro, and not to cut you off, the bad thing about it is that Like you can't PG-13 this shit.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's gonna be traumatizing because it is like you're getting taught this shit, bro. Like it's traumatizing as fuck. Like there's no other way to teach it. Like how do you teach slavery without getting into the nitty gritty, bro?
But that's the thing though. They could talk about American history
the fucking cotton gin, Rome. The fucking cotton gin. You're gonna tell me about the fucking cotton gin? Cause the black person got tired of fucking picking cotton, that he made a fucking machine that can just break up the seeds and divide the cotton together. You're gonna tell me about the cotton gin?
Right.
Tell me about the real shit, bro. All the shit they used to put on the slaves on the necks and they used to whip them on their backs, like
spraying them with hoses and shit.
All that shit, bro.
Tell me about the inventors. Like, tell me about the inventors, the entrepreneurs, people that really was, you know what I mean? Like they did some shit. Like black people invented tampons.
Black people invented a lot of shit.
And it's like, why am I learning a lot of shit?
A lot of shit.
Like, that's what I'm saying. How can people go through American history and all these wars and battles and conquering shit, but for some reason, when we go to Black History Month and we talking about killings, enslavement of people, it's like, oh, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's easy enough to talk about 2000 BC when the Egyptians had slaves building the pyramids and shit like that. That was easy. That was easy then. But now that we're talking about shit that happened, shit that we're talking about 100 years ago that happened, it's scary. We can't talk about that, guys. It's too traumatizing for you guys. Too traumatizing.
For no reason. You might want to opt your kids out this video because somebody died. There's a lynching in the movie.
We could talk about the medieval times, and there's a whole fucking place in Harrisburg that we take kids to field trips to, and they got torture things in there that you can go look at. But we can't talk about slavery, guys. It's too much. It's too much about that. We can't talk about that.
Right. We could talk about Christopher Columbus just traveling the world and just naming shit after himself. Like, oh yeah, this belongs to me now. What?
Did you see where the word cracker came from?
No.
So the word cracker came from a white person with a whip. With a cracker to whip, they called them crackers.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because some white chick on TikTok, I guess, made a video about how T Grizzly said cracker in his first day out. It's like, why didn't we cancel T Grizzly for this? And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying about. That's what I said about Kodak. I think it was in episode 6 when we was talking about the whole Trump pardon joint. He says cracker and all that in a lot of his songs. That's why I don't think the whole, you know what I mean, reaching out to these people and
that was all money involvement though too. Like you had to pay Trump to get that fucking pardon.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's like a sellout. I definitely think he just wanted out of prison. For sure. Because you see opportunity, and I don't know how much it was, but if it's like $5 million, bro, you got an opportunity to get out of jail and you got $5 million sitting, bro, I'm paying $5 million. If you think I like Trump, go listen to my old tapes.
So whatever. I mean,
cracker all the time.
But yeah, Black History Month, man. Someone that we wanted to highlight was the famous Amos guy.
Yeah.
Or did I say that correctly?
Amos. I say Amos.
Amos?
Because the word is famous, and it's like, but then it's his name, so it could be Amos.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Amos. I used to work with him.
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, we're talking about the cookies that come in the yellow and blue bag. And I was telling Room I was saving it, but he used to be a music producer or he had some dealing with music back in the day, and he's real good friends with like Marvin Gaye and like a couple other people, and Marvin Gaye and a couple other people gave him money to start the cookie business. That's how he built the cookie business and why it's so big now.
And that's friends.
Yeah,
that's friends for you,
which is dope.
Niggas, it wasn't like I'm Marvin Gaye, I could buy you all the fucking cookies you want. It was like, yo, you got this. Chase your dreams. And that reminded me of something. I was watching Survivor. It was like an old season, whatever. And there was this bull, and he was a comedian, but he was like a up and coming comedian, whatever. And basically, there was another person there who was from like Alabama or whatever, and he had a job, and he was coming at the bull for being a comedian. He was like, you stay on people's couches and shit like that, and you try to find gigs, but when is it going to be time for you to get a real job? And that really rubbed me the wrong way because it's like, why is it, if it doesn't, if it's someone's dream, do you know what I mean, to have this plan or do something with their life, and they're not in it for the money, as you can clearly see, you know what I mean, Bull could get a job and make more than what he was doing trying to just be comedian. But like, I'd rather have people that aren't worried about the money doing something they love than a lot of shiesty people that are just in it for the fundings.
So
That really don't give a fuck about
I feel like on that situation, like like with music, like I had a plan set in my head, like if I can't make it at 26, like if I'm still doing this at 26 and I'm still doing it at the same level that I am now at the age of 23, then I'm gonna stop doing it and go get a real job. That's what I would tell myself, you know what I mean. For people that are afraid to start shit up, and I think we talked about this episode 1 and 2. I think like all the episodes we talked about up to like Jaren's interview.
Yeah, probably we stopped after the first interview.
Yeah, I think after Jaren's interview, that's when we stopped talking about real shit and stopped talking about you know, just go fight your dreams and all the other shit. And you know, I think we talked about it. I think we even talked about it in both the interviews almost, about like, you know, doing the shit that you love and, you know, yada 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 shit. But I feel like on that situation, a lot of people look at like the people around them, like their friends or coworkers and all this other shit. Like a lot of my friends have girlfriends. A lot of them have you know, wife potential girlfriends that have it. A lot of them are, you know, gonna have kids. A lot of them have their own crib. So like, you know, a lot of those things are very what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Important?
Not important. It's kind of like pressure. I can't think of the correct word, but it's like kind of like pressuring you into reaching your friends' goals, or
you feel like
situations.
They're moving in this direction, or these things are happening. It's probably about time for me to start looking into or progressing into that field. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and it makes you like, oh well, damn, like, you know, even your situation, like, damn, Rome has his own crib in Philadelphia, lives with this girl, and you know, they're living good. You know what I mean? I don't look at some people might look at that and be like, well, damn, like I got to get to Rome's level. Like Rome's out here flexing. But it's like other things, you got to realize people's situations. Like Rome's able to do that. You know what I mean? It's okay that you can't do that right now. Don't rush into it. Rome had a perfect situation to, you know, do the things that he's doing now. So that's what all I'm saying. Like, it's okay. Like,
and that's why it rubbed me the wrong way. Cause it's like the fact, if he has the friends and family capable, like, yo, you could, you know what I mean, you could stay at my house or whatever, whatever his situation is. But he's doing it because he has a goal set in his mind, and he's going 100%. Because like that's the thing, I feel like even with myself, when it was like basketball, like I never went 100% when it came to it, regardless when I was in college or not. Like I just never really put in the work where I was like, all right, I could go to the league, because I just didn't want to. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to play on the college team because of the things it'll bring for me, like scholarship money, getting out of Harrisburg and shit like that. I wasn't going to do that just going to school. And I feel like just because someone has that kind of determination, they got to go 100% at it. Like for you to say, all right, at 26, if I'm here right now where I'm at 23, I'm going to stop. That's a fair thing to say, only if you're going to go 100%. It's not fair to yourself to be like, all right, I'm going to stop music at 26 if I'm not where I'm at, but you're going to go at music 50%. You know what I mean? And it's like, what? How are you even? If you're gonna go at music at 50%, you might as well give yourself till 36. And I just think people that go hard, whatever, they deserve that extra push. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you can do this because you really trying to achieve it. That's like me saying, all right, I'm gonna try to go to the league any means necessary, and I just live a regular life. Like, you know, I gotta make the sacrifices people make when they try to get to the NBA. I gotta go do the extra reps and all that shit. If I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna set that as my goal. And I just think that's super fucked up that people out there want to apply their life situations to anyone else. Like, you don't know Bull's situation at all. People don't know your situation at all, and they don't know how much you put into it, how hard someone's going into that goal. Regardless if it may look like, damn, he's been driving the same wheel for 10 years, or he ain't buying no new clothes in 4 summers. And it's like, bro, these motherfuckers they minds is somewhere else. They're not worried about that. Like, if he really want to get this done within 3 years, 4 years, he got to go 100%.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're going to just have that doubt in the rest of your mind.
And like I said, like if anybody that's listening right now that hasn't listened to the first couple episodes of us talking, like we're only on episode 8, like but you go back and go listen to like the first and second, third episodes, like we were still learning to do this shit and to be comfortable in front of the cameras and shit like that. Right. But like over the time, like, we'll text each other and like, yo, how can we do better? But like this shit comes with the ease, and without Rome and maybe without me, like we would probably never get the podcast or even get this far in the podcasting, because this took 3 years to fucking get started. So I mean, you just gotta do it. If you're gonna do something, then do it. Like I said, like we've talked about all that shit like the first 3 episodes, so like we're not gonna get into it a whole bunch, right? But yeah, bro, you just gotta, for sure
don't be intimidated, especially if you want to go live with fish and you talking to a nigga who hates the ocean. Don't even let that kind of shit cross your mind. Like, you want to be a rapper or whatever, and you got motherfuckers that never wrote a verse in their life telling you to go get a job. Like, what? Fuck them.
Yeah, you just gotta go do it, man. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, back to Famous, just tying it all back in like we usually do. Famous Amos, man, just getting that.
He had people in his circle that were super successful, and ain't not one person tell him like, yo, you might want to.
Like, nobody questioned, like, you're doing music right now. Like, you want to go make fucking cookies, my guy? Like, that's what you want to do right now? Marvin Gaye was like,
nigga, go get them cookies.
Sada, hey, go make cookies, bro.
I'll go buy me a bag right now. That's what Marvin Gaye told him. Nigga, you want to make cookies? I make music. I'll go buy me a bag. And that's cool. That's where the money at. If he making cookies, he making cookies. And that's the thing with me. Like, I don't feel intimidated, and I don't feel like because I think some people, when they get in this situation, they get involved, they feel like there's no more room for anybody else to get involved now. And like, it could be with us podcasting or with you like music, and it's like, like with me with like the whole little clothing line jump, third party shit. It's like,
come on, man.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like, niggas, if everybody in fucking Harrisburg had a clothing line, I wouldn't be mad. Because I know at the end of the day, these motherfuckers is trying to chase some money. Regardless if they do like making clothes or if they just in it for the bread. Like, they're actively pursuing a goal, and that's nothing I can get in the way of as an individual.
That, and it's not a different idea,
right?
Like, you're not the first person to say, oh, I want to make a clothing line. Right. You know what I mean? You're not the first person to do that. You're not the first person to say, oh, I want to do music. Nobody's the first person ever to do this shit. It just depends on how you want to do it, the quality, how you want to do it, the quantity you want to do shit. Like, you know what I mean? So like, even with this podcast, like, this podcast is going to continue to grow. I say at the beginning of each episode, like, I'm surprised we got to episode 8, because I am surprised, bro. Like, it took 3 years for us to do this shit. Like, so every episode, like, I'm excited, and like, I text Rome all the time. Like, it's a process with shit. So get the right people in your corner, support it, and go far with it. Like, listen, I don't know.
You're not about to Amazon Prime this shit, man. It's not happening.
It's just not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah, bro.
It's not.
You under 23, yeah. Express delivery is done.
Over.
You might as well get this shit from the mud.
You got to. I mean, how is you gonna get it, bro? And like I said, we're saying a lot of shit that we already said before in the older podcast. Like, if you didn't get it during this pandemic, like, what are you doing?
Right.
Why didn't you start on your dreams, your aspirations, your hobbies? Why haven't you done it yet? Why haven't you tried to do it yet?
Right. Yeah, just try. Like,
just try it.
Try that fucking Amazon shit. When you go to Walmart and you buy a bunch of shit and you mock it up for $10, try that.
All right.
Nigga, you don't know.
Rap. But yeah, I mean,
that was just my whole thing with the whole Famous Amos situation. I'm glad he had people in his corner, other black people as well, that he can call family, that supported him, and now their family is growing and their success. You know what I mean? And that's where I want my situation and everybody in my group to be at. I don't care who's there first, or, you know what I mean, how long it may take other individuals. Like, no, we all don't gotta get there at the same time. But I do know there's gonna be enough seats for everybody to eat. It's just, there's enough seats at the table. It's just who want to wait for the plate.
And that's pretty much it. That's how I always had it in my head. Like, I'll tie it to Jaren's situation. just with me personally, not even saying Jaren. Like Jaren has nothing to do with this mindset. With me, it was, yes, we had homies in our past that supported us, that just supported us from the homie standpoint. You know, you have homies that just support you just because they're your homies. It's like, oh yeah, that's tough or whatever. Like, you know, they might buy a hoodie, they might not buy a hoodie, but you know, the support's there. And you know, you kind of feel a certain type of way when you look at it, like, damn, like you supported it but didn't buy a hoodie, but like I respect you for supporting.
Right. So
it's kind of like with me, it's kind of like when we get to that point, it's kind of like, and it might sound selfish, but this is just my mindset on shit. If you didn't put in on this, like, this is kind of how I got my mindset. If you didn't put in on it or like helped in any certain like impactful way, then like you're not gonna have a seat at the table. Like you support it, like
right.
Everybody else support it. You're a fan. I'm not putting fans at my table. That's what you're here for. You're here to support. You're here to buy the shit. You're here to do that. Now, being up at 7 o'clock in the morning, doing music or coming up with ideas and doing this other shit, if you're not a part of that, you're not a part of that.
Right.
If you're my homie, you're my homie. That's it. But you weren't a part of the process. I love you dearly. Like, if you need some shit, I'll help you. But I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Now, if you want to go start a business and you need help with shit, like, I'll put you on. But that comes with different things. That's just my mindset. If you didn't earn a seat at the table, you're not getting a seat at the table. Point blank period. That's just me. See, certain niggas do get seats, but it's my circle is small as shit. So
see, and the thing with me is I got, like, that's basically what I was saying. The seats are there for those people. It's just, do you want to wait for the food to come out? And you can see who wants to wait, because there's some people support now, they follow now, they do this shit now, but their food may not come in the next 2 years. Will they still want to keep sitting at this table? They see cuz on the feed all the time eating. They see his people eating. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I'm not eating. You're not. Do you want to stay at this table is the biggest question. And there's people that got up and left. But I don't even think it's harsh. I just think for the ones that got up and leave, you have to know there's not coming back. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, and the reason why I said it being harsh is because some people don't like that, bro. They perceive you as being a hater or, oh damn, like that's fucked up. But in reality, it's like, bro, like that was your choice. Like, you think because like now that I'm popping and you want to come back, like I can't add, like you wasn't there.
Exactly. You left me. I told you, like, you coming out. You thought I was lying?
But like I said, Rome, like my mindset is that people already understand that. You know what I mean? Like, this is already a thing that people should already understand.
I agree 100%.
But like, and I sometimes do it now, like where I'll say some shit and like I'm just assuming people like already know, like you know, had that mindset, like
right.
But you also have to, sometimes you have to dumb down your personality and dumb down, you know, the way you act. And you know, it sometimes makes you uncomfortable, sometimes it just makes you like, fuck it, I'm not about to do this no more. But no, it's life, is you know, these life lessons that you have to learn. But I'm happy, like, you know, with the whole business aspect and learning from people from like Famous Amos and shit like that, like having friends like that, like those are like, I'm taking all those things as a grain of salt.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if your homie has an idea and he's been there with you since day one, like help him out with the idea.
Right.
Take some time out, help him. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Make sure your friends aren't shitty, I guess. I guess that's like the overall
you can't fail at something that was never big. If you and your homies was like, yo, we gonna sell platters, and you sold platters for 2 weeks and just stopped because of a bunch of shit, you did not fail. You only reached out for 2 weeks to probably 40 people. You know what I mean? It's different. Say Gucci was to just stop selling shit right now. Nobody's that big. Say Nike was to never make another piece of merchandise again. You know what I mean? Like, you're not letting nobody down. Everybody out here trying, experimenting with shit.
Yeah, and I think I was having a conversation with someone last night about me streaming, and they were like, how are you getting back in the swing of things? Like, how are you making content again? I was like, bro, like, I was so caught up on like different situations, like music, podcasting, and it's like, now like I have time for this, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and you know, we're gonna try to do it big. And then he was like, your viewership. And I was like, I mean, I stopped. Like my views used to be at like 10, now they're at 5. Like it's because I stopped. You know what I mean? You gotta keep progressing. Like even like with this podcast, like our listeners and stuff like that. Like people listen, people watch the YouTube videos, but like that's not going to discourage me to stop. Like you gotta keep going, dog. Like come up with different ideas, come up with different things. Like it's things that it's a revolving door of ideas. If you continue to keep trying and you keep coming up with ideas, something's gonna fall through eventually.
What you doing for Valentine's Day?
Hey man, say man. I don't know. I wanted to take a trip, but I don't know, man. Depending on these tests and everything, because I gotta take like 2 tests before I can leave. Make sure I'm clear.
And you gotta quarantine when you get back.
Yeah. So we're looking into that, but I guess we're gonna see for real.
I'm staying in PA.
I respect it.
Buy my girl some stuff. I hope she don't see it. That motherfucker, she be checking the mail room for no reason. That should be irking me. I can't get shit sent to the crib.
Yeah, don't say nothing on here, cause you know what I mean. I know y'all gonna end up watching this when it comes out like together and shit. So
she gonna say you be checking the fucking mail room too much.
Hi, Katie.
Oh my gosh, yo, we be leaving the crib. Ain't nobody ordered nothing. She just bang a left, go to the mail room. Why? Now I can't get no shit.
Hi,
Katie. On the sneak tip because you just be in the mail room looking for your name, looking for my name. I be having packages sent to the crib, not my name on it.
Ship it back home.
I ain't gonna get it till next month. I don't be going to the bird.
I respect it.
And turnpike people fuck my joint up. I got an easy pass. You gonna stop billing me?
Yeah, there was a TikTok on that shit last night. Now that's just wild. But
I think they opened it back up too. Like they got people working the ticket booth and shit like that.
Yeah, no, that shit's all bad. Niggas is getting built up out there.
Build up, bro. I got a subscription to be out here. Like, can y'all stop sending me this shit? And I gotta get it expedited and all this crazy shit. I didn't do nothing about it for 30 days. So like the fee like doubled or some crazy shit.
Oh man,
all these
that's
pictures
wild.
of my license plate on my kitchen counter. Like, yo, I got an easy pass. Relax.
They got you a 4K out there, huh? On the turnpike. You can see it in your face.
I be road running. That's why I don't be on the turnpike no more. Like, Katie, we taking your wheel. Not driving out there no more. Yeah. She got an easy pass too. Don't get no letters in the mail. None.
It's because you're driving a nice ass car.
Every time it's in my jump, bro, my shit.
Because they already know.
License plate all over the fucking internet.
Oh yeah, we got him. Yep, mark him down.
Yo. But nah, yeah. Just wanted to see what you was getting into this Valentine's Day on Black History. At least they gave us Valentine's Day during Black History Month. Because we created music, and music is the way to your heart.
Yeah. I mean, I probably won't do much depending on like the whole situation, what's going on. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not doing much either.
Yeah, I got a business trip in a couple of days, so that shit.
I seen the tweet.
Might do that shit next month or something like that.
I seen the tweet about that.
Yeah, man.
Don Talk Pod, hit us up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if anybody like wants to like know somebody that wants to be a guest that's very interesting, or you know you want to be a guest yourself, obviously, you know.
Or if you just low key stalk somebody and you just don't want to say nothing, just send us an anonymous message and we'll reach out to them.
Yeah, like, reach out to us.
Yeah.
You know, share the Instagram pages. Share it. Let's get bigger. Let's you know, so we can do cooler shit. That's what I say on my stream. Like the bigger we get, the cooler shit we can do. So you know what I mean. So share it. If you have any tips for us, talking points, camera points, you know, hit us up. Tell us what we need to get better at. But yeah, guess if you're an artist out there that wants to get featured in the beginning of the podcast for music, hit us up. Like we could talk about that.
Definitely do that. If you have a business, you know what I mean. Some people sell platters, some people do the cupcake joint, whatever. If you want to have an outreach to people in your area or maybe even beyond that, hit us up. Let us know.
Yeah, man.
Let you get a little commercial ad.
Be a little sponsor for the episode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just let us know. What's the other thing?
Product.
What's the other thing I want to say?
Weave. If you sell weave or lashes, I sponsor your joint. I'm not putting it on. I'm just saying, like, I create the ad. Like, you know how Sauce Walker be doing it on Instagram?
Yeah.
He be rhyming and shit.
What you gonna be doing?
Like, yo, yeah, I could get into my little preacher bag. Huh? A little preacher bag.
All right, yeah. Oh, if you're an artist that wants to do cover arts for the podcast episodes, you know what I mean, hit us up. And listen, we're here to grow. If you want to help in any way, if you want to do the timestamps, if you want to edit, if you want, bro, hit us up. That's more work that we don't have to do.
I shine.
Real rap. So hit us up. Don't be scared to hit us up. The DMs open on the pages. Hit us up, man.
Or even if you hit us up on our personal accounts too, because you don't follow directions, you can do that as well.
Hey, that's fine. But we'll holler at you guys. This is episode 8. Y'all be listening to us on Thursday, so we'll see y'all next Thursday. Please be safe. Enjoy yourselves. What the fuck was you about to do?
I about to throw up the number 8, but I knew people would be like anticipating that, so I didn't do it. 8, bitch.
All right, we'll holler at y'all. Y'all be easy, be safe. I'm out.
Peace.